Oh, right. This is the Tarkan Rush with Huns on Arena. I am really excited to show you this strategy. So, I personally love the idea of a whole bunch of cavalrymen running up to buildings and just melting absolutely everything. And that, my friend, is where the Hunnic Tarkan comes into play. It's their unique unit, but you can actually produce them from the stable if you get the Castle Age unique tech. Now, this is not so much a build as my first attempt at what I think a Tarkin Rush should look like. I tried to look online a little bit, try to get some ideas from you guys. And we definitely want to build a barracks and a stable instead of a market in the beginning. And the reason we want to do that is because we definitely want to pick up bloodlines and we definitely want to pick up husbandry to make them move faster. Also, it can become a production facility for us if we get our Castle Age unique tech, as I mentioned before. Now, it started off really awkward for me because not having houses may seem like a good thing, but in Arena, you kind of use your houses to create, say, secondary layers of walls. So I didn't have that capability, and you'll see that becoming a problem a little bit later on. I kind of just went for a fast castle approach where I went, I think, really greedy actually. 27 pop up. And the reason I did that is because we're going to just stay on one TC. We're not going to worry about going multiple TCs in the early Castle Age stages. We want to wreck a gate, get into their base, and then just kill absolutely everything. Kill their villagers, kill their town centers. So we're going to want to have quite a large number of Tarkens. Now, my teammate over here was actually a rando because I like to kind of play, when I do a strategy for the first time, I like to go onto ranked team games. I already put my Discord friends through enough garbage strategies, so the least I could do for them is at least test out the garbage that I'm going to throw their way once or twice to see if there's even a chance in hell that I can achieve it. So that's why it's a rando. And Dai T Rook was really cool. He's playing as the Celts. In the green, our opponent is playing as the Ethiopians. He is quite near red. Oh. Shoot me now. I don't think I can actually say that name. I'm pretty sure that's some taboo stuff or something naughty. That's like a naughty words room in my Discord for sure. Burmese, he's playing as Burmese. So I was thinking at this point when I saw their civs, probably going to be archers from the Ethiopian player, and probably going to be a Rambai from our blue player. And I was kind of wrong about some of that, but we'll get to that when we get to that, right? Either way, we're going to go for about 27 pop up, a whole bunch on food, and a little trick I like to do when you do get to feudal age. Oh, we got a spectator. Yeah, we did have a spectator in the chat. And I've noticed in my last couple, if you're the spectator, please tell me who you are, because I've noticed somebody's been specking basically every single one of my games, maybe to try and get one up on me when I play against them. I kind of keep some of my strategies secret just so that I can troll Rockstar, for example, or just so that I can troll Massey James or other people. I don't put everything on YouTube right away. I keep some of my strategies secret. And then once it's out, then I kind of reveal it. So I think Massey or Rockstar knows. Player free. What about player free? Oh, that's where he's located. Okay. All good. Now here's a little trick. If you want to have enough gold guaranteed to go Castle Age when you're done Feudal Age, put 4 onto gold and you will always be good. You can get a villager and loom and you will be good to go. We built that barracks, like I said before, so that we can build a blacksmith as well as a stables when we go up. We're also going to drop a whole bunch onto stone, and actually we messed this up a little bit. So we got loom, and we weren't sure if we were gonna have enough food, but then it kind of was like we had enough food. So you know what, whatever. We just produced an extra villager. No big sweat because we're going to be on 1 TC anyway. So normally when you go up from feudal to castle in a perfect transition, you would build 1 villager and then loom, because that's about the time it takes to construct a blacksmith with 1 villager and a market with 2 villagers. So I don't know. Nothing's perfect. Now we're also not in the biggest of rushes to immediately construct a castle. Pinging that there's a scout over here. He's gonna fight it, and who is going to win this one? Blue or red? Take your bets. Take your bets. Pooping myself. What? I'm coming. I'm coming. Oh man, and he lost that engagement as well. But you know what? My sniper has been training for this all his life. Let's go, Jeffrey. Let's go. Let's go. Gloink. Got him. Got him. So 29 pop up to castle age. We have a pretty solid eco at this point. I figured, you know what? Tarkens cost food. Let's just throw everybody on food. Now, why not on gold? Why do we only have 2 on gold? Well, I figured that once we constructed the castle, we would just simply move these guys from stone over to gold, and that would give us enough gold to produce tarkens. I'm just winging it. Once I have done the strategy several times and I see what works and what doesn't work, that's when I really start working on the build order. So this was just my first attempt. The general idea, Tarkan Rush, break down a whole bunch of walls, town centers, and everything. See what happens, kind of a thing. Talking about see what happens, it looks like there weren't any crossbows in Nier's future. Actually, what is much more near is a castle drop with Shotel warriors. That's the only thing that 12 villagers going forward can mean. But red is actually quite smart. Rook actually did a really great job making a secondary layer of houses. Now, I personally like making a secondary house layer like this, like crosswords. That way, when they do get through that wall, they think that they're through, but they're not through. I find that hilarious. Kind of giving them a little moment because they think they're through, but they're not through. And going to go for some siege defense. Maybe mangonels, maybe scorpions. Who knows? Meanwhile, at home, we have decided to construct our castle in this location. I felt like this was a really solid location. Maybe I could have moved it up a little bit because it protects all 3 of my golds. My stone, my gold, and my gold are all really near to each other, which I was not too pleased about. So I figured, place a castle defensively. If they castle drop me, I'll build it to stop their progression. And if they don't castle drop me, I'll just put it where most of my eco is. This back area, for example, if that gets attacked, I could wall that. Or if this area gets attacked, I could wall that. Not that that's going to happen or anything like that. Spoilers alert. Oh, it was Scorpion defense after all, which is good against Shoto warriors for sure. And there's no way he's going to get through here. University wall. University, we are an educated people. We really wall. Oh, he was even going to go for the cheeky petard push. That was a little slow, though. I think if you are going to go for the petard blast through walls thing, should probably go for that at, 26 pop or something like that. 26 pop up from Dark Age to Feudal. It's pretty standard if you want to have a castle and have a reasonable castle time. Meanwhile, not much is happening. I'm just booming away while producing tarkens, tons of tarkens. So we're having enough food and we're having enough gold to produce tarkens from our castle. We're hoping to at some point get the upgrade for the tarken production to start in our stables. We did pick up husbandry. We did pick up bloodlines right away. And we also picked up the +1 defense. And now we're just pumping out tarkens. Pumping out tarkens. Pumping out tarkens. I figured to myself, it's not really a great idea to just show your hand right away, especially if you're going for a unit that you want to quickly get through the walls with and then potentially take out TCs with. So my idea was get a large number of Tarkens. They're going to be booming boys, like 2 TCs, 3 TCs, who knows how many TCs they're on. But as long as they hit them while they have no military buildings, they're not going to have the production facilities to deal with, well, the number I was going for was maybe 20 Tarkens seemed pretty reasonable. Either way, all of a sudden, I see a castle over here, and my scout is getting shot to bits, and this Orembai is going to turn around. So I was right about the Orembais, and that scout is super deaded. So now I know that he has Orembai. Orembai! And my teammate says, I think he's going to attack you with Orembai. He's going to probably castle drop you. I was surprised when I watched this back, the first time I watched this back, that he only constructed 1 castle. Yeah, that's right, guys. Sometimes I have to do these casts 4, 5, sometimes even 6 times because I mess it up so much. And look at this beautiful positioning of this castle. Got 1 Orembai for free, and the second one's already injured. Take care, man. Maybe he's going to castle drop you. Could be. Could definitely be. It looks like the Ethiopian push has kind of halted at this point. We have a castle being constructed over here. Monastery. He can actually sneak out monks from the back here if he really wanted to. And he's going for this wall over here. Now, I was thinking to myself, should I use these Tarkens defensively? Or should we maybe start using these Tarkens offensively? I figured I could just wall behind. Maybe he wouldn't notice that I walled behind. And we don't have houses, and we don't have stone. So, you know what? We're smart wallers, too. We have universities in our walls. And you know what? It was time to get a market anyway, because we need to buy some more stone to complete this wall off. My goodness, is it awkward not having houses to wall. I also think at some point I evacuated this back area of farms because I could probably get ranged by the Orembai as well. And I'm really happy Orembai got nerfed because there's 10 Orembai over here and that wall is not even close to going down. This is normally why you have 2 castle production of Orembai because you need tons of them. Meanwhile, I'm getting attacked over here as well, and I hadn't even noticed that. I'm just kind of like, okay, I heard the ping going on. It's probably going on over here. Meanwhile, I'm trying to buzz through over Green's gate, and look how fast this goes. This goes quite quickly. Really good reaction from Green, but I don't think Green can get there in time to Oh, Siege Workshop. We're all walling with like odd stuff. 2 universities using a wall, a market using a wall, and a Siege Workshop using a wall? Sure. I'm just really hoping that I can get through at some point with these Tarkens and do a whole bunch of damage to Green. Don't look at my total number of villagers here, or Green's total number of villagers here. He's up 14 vills. We really need these Tarkens to do a whole bunch of damage. Meanwhile, Red signaling me, you're getting attacked, your wall, your wall, your wall. And I'm like, I got this. Use a barracks. You know, it's a standard barracks wall off. And now these have actually started to come over here because they have to help out Green. So by attacking your opponent, it actually can relieve pressure to the points that you are experiencing pressure on. It's kind of like when you have a headache and you do acupuncture and stick a whole bunch of needles in your feet. You're not going to realize how much pain your head's in because you're now focusing on the pain that you're experiencing in your feet. And that's exactly what was happening. He's still trying to break through really, really slowly, but all he's going to run into is additional walls. Now, we should have split these up a little bit better, but we are splitting this up. I'm even getting these Shoto warriors to come back home, giving Red a lot of time to, well, reach Imperial Age and not be contested. And we should really split these out a little bit better. Split them up, attack, split, dipped up, docked, and run. The second wave of Tarkens has now arrived. So we have 25 still remaining over here. That's not bad. He has to deal with these guys. They're charging at him. We find the stone villagers. Oh man, there's a lot of vills dropping. He's also constructing a lot, but they are dropping faster than he can construct them. And we are slowly but surely climbing back up to green. Also, there's holes all in green's base. So if red now at some point started to clear up everything that's going on over here, which he is, because all of these Shotel warriors have to go back home, we could be in a really, really good position. And we're still killing villagers. This is why you spread them out in your opponent's base. And the mining cap is experiencing tons of damage as well. We actually also at some point picked up the second defense upgrade. And then, you know what? Just for good measure, might as well pick up the 2 attack upgrades. If you have 20 something of one unit, picking up the attack upgrade and the defense upgrade is definitely worth it. We're still getting Vill picks. We're still getting Vill picks, and I think at this point we're not looking at it anymore. We're just kind of at home doing some eco managing. So once you've done a whole bunch of damage to your opponent, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to transition into eco. So now we're building a second TC, maybe even a third TC, and also we want to get that unique tech so that we can start producing from the stables. Meanwhile, red, he's clearing this out. That's going to be repaired, but eventually going to get taken down. Woad raiders are coming in. We have mangonels. Oh, a whole bunch of stuff is happening. Neither of us have actually experienced any losses, and green just calls GG. Hadn't experienced that much damage except for all of those tarkens on his face. Bada boom. We have to see how many kills those tarkens got. I mean, I did lose all of them, but even still, Rambai are terrible to deal with. I think if blue hadn't come back to save green, it would have been even worse. I could have completely cleared him out. Even making some pikemen just to deal with those tarkens, kind of funny, to be honest with you. And now he's finally through. Psych! I love this. He must be like, if there's more walls behind here, is he going to be a smart boy and go for the university, or is he going to go for the market? No, 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 no. You cannot pass through there. Would have been sweet if I had a Mangano over here. And we've also accumulated a whole bunch of tarkens. We did get that unique tech finally, because we were kind of floating a little bit of gold and we were floating a little bit of food as well. Trying to make it happen with the tarkens that we have, 19 tarkens, and I thought, you know what? Since he's over here, we can probably trap him. We can probably take out these guys, and then we can. Yeah, it's gonna be close, but we can probably win that, especially if we're producing from 2 facilities now. Yeah, and he's not gonna have reinforcements as quickly coming in. Also, green, you called GG and then you didn't GG it. So what's going on? Oh, pathing, man. Oh, and this is so annoying. This is super annoying when they do this. And just hide in the corner. But slowly and surely, all of these Arambai are gonna get cleared up. What are you doing, Tarkens? Just do the job. They don't need. The pathing is so garbage. Why can I only get 3 units on them? I'm losing so many tarkens unnecessarily. That being said, though, I was quite happy to clear this. What's going on? There's still 4 of them left? Come on, we have 9 right on top of him, and we lost 4 of our own. Great, great, just great. Blue's now Imperial, but he doesn't have any Arambai left. He also only has 1 castle, so those 17 are going to take him quite a long period of time to get back up. Meanwhile, we have 20 ready to go. I think we're going to add an additional stable. So yeah, we have 2 stables now at this point. We have a castle producing. It is a little bit awkward because you have to have 1 hotkey for your stables, and then you need to have 1 hotkey for your castle. So the production is a little bit awkward. And then I misclicked the hotkey, blah, 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 blah. But you know what? It doesn't matter because red has already started to focus down blue. Green finally resigned, and so does blue. And that concludes the Tarkan rush. These guys would have gotten in here so quick. They would have been in there, and then they would have murked absolutely everything. He does not have the Arambai numbers. I don't think he has any military buildings. I guess he has a barracks over here. But what's one barracks going to do against 19 Tarkens? And he has 2 monks, I guess, too. And all these woad raiders are going to absolutely decimate everything that's there. Beside the point, though. Thank you guys so much for walking. Let's check out these statistics over here. 61 kills with the Tarkens and 44 units lost. Man, I wish that Arambai weren't so pesky to deal with even after the nerf. It looks like Rook didn't really fight until he got into Imperial Age, which I guess was pretty smart. He used Scorpion defense, got to Imperial Age, so I was blessed with a very competent teammate. It's important that when you are under pressure by a castle drop, not to overreact and to simply wall behind, see if there's an opportunity for you to sneak out your army and do damage to them, or to loop around and catch their army from the rear. Or what you can also do is go for a fast Imperial like Red did, and then just treb down the castles that were dropped on you. Fair enough. Fair enough. Maybe tips to live by. 141 villager high. Our villager high was never that high, but we didn't need it. All we needed was the power of Tarkens. Is this me? Huh. It felt like we didn't get any damage done to us, but we did lose a whole bunch of Tarkens, I guess, overall. And green, you can definitely see where he got hit a couple of times. So I believe this is like where I hit him. Really? No, I think it's probably where he castle dropped or something. I don't know. Timelines are tricky for me to read. Just remember, guys, keep walking. Keep having a blast of Age of Empires. Poop Lord, out.